The three-day meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee is already underway, and RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das is scheduled to announce the outcome on Friday, 8th of October. A Business Standard policy poll of 14 leading economists and market participants has suggested that the central bank might maintain the status quo on rates and also the accommodative stance, but hints on policy normalization, starting with the removal of excess liquidity, will also be watched. At present, the repo rate stands at 4%, reverse repo rate at 3.35% and the cash reserve ratio at 4%. Pankaj Pathak, who is fund manager at Quantum Mutual Fund, said, "From a bond market perspective, liquidity guidance would be the key driver for short tenor bonds, while longer maturity bonds would depend on the quantum of GSAP." For CARE Ratings chief economist Madan Sabnavis, the RBI's language with respect to liquidity will hold a greater importance.
There is a lot of discussion, a lot of expectation that the RBI will have to roll back on all the liquidity measures at some point of time. So therefore, we would be looking to read the language a bit more clearly to see if the RBI is taking any definite stance about whether it would be rolling back the liquidity measures, starting with probably increasing the reverse repo rate, also addressing the issue of GSAPs and OMOs, and more importantly, whether it does see inflation being something which will be there to stay, which could at some point of time lead to an increase in the repo rate.
That apart, other key factors to watch out for in the RBI policy will be the possibility of revision in GDP or inflation forecast, especially against the backdrop of rising crude oil prices.
Whether the RBI or the MPC is going to revise the GDP forecast for the year. It's been put at 9.5% earlier, and given the fact that some of the high-frequency indicators do indicate that things have improved faster than what was expected, there could be an upward revision to it. Along with this, I think even in case of the inflation forecast, which has been put at 5.7%, there could be a tendency to lower it, though this would of course be interesting because the RBI will also weigh the recent increase in crude oil prices along with the great moderation which we have seen in food prices while taking a call on it.
Echoing similar views, G. Chokalingam, who is founder of Economics Research and Advisory, expects a status quo policy from the RBI.
I firmly believe that the status quo would be maintained largely. They will not touch the interest rates for few reasons. The projected growth is 9% for current fiscal. This is after minus 7.3% in FY21, which eventually means the GDP in FY22 would be, in absolute term, would be more or less same like what we saw in FY20. So after 2 years also, the absolute GDP would hardly go up by, about 1%. So basically the stress would be there on the economic front. So they would not derive the growth by hiking the rate. And again, the US Fed itself is proposing to, spread the reversal of monetary policy in 2022-23. So therefore, there is no need for India to hurry up and derail the growth. As I said, the growth is back to stagnating level as compared to FY20, the GDP level. So therefore, the status quo will be definitely maintained.
Clearly, the consensus seemed to be in the favor of a status quo on policy. But how should investors play the markets ahead of the policy?
So there is not much scope for the market to rally for RBI's intense accommodative policy. Only if by any chance I go wrong and RBI increases the rate by 25 to 50 basis points, then the market might correct 1 or 2%, but which I don't expect. So therefore, the market would remain on a sideways after announcement of the policy.
So while we wait for the RBI triggered action to unfold on Friday, expect the markets to trade sideways till then, with participants hesitant to build fresh, larger positions ahead of the key event. After the RBI policy, the focus will shift to the earnings season, with IT major TCS set to announce its September quarter numbers post-market hours on Friday. On Thursday, however, the markets could remain range-bound with stock-specific action continuing. That said, with the indices near record high, experts advise investors to remain selective and look for quality stocks.
So, advice to the shareholder, the public investor, and the retail investor is that don't put borrowed money at the peak of the market. 2, if you have a debt, start using some of the profits to reduce your existing debts. 3, at least around 50% of the money you keep parking in small and with cash, but without compromising on the quality of management, quality of balance sheet, and valuation comfort.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.